fucking situation, but we are live. We are here. Um, hopefully, everybody that jumped on and off knows to come back. That's embarrassing as shit, but oh well. All right, so if you're just joining us, Eric Andre, the comedian, has been beat up by Jacob Fatu for whatever reason. He said, "Let me go get L.A. Knight." That's what he wanted to do. I I never even thought of L.A. Knight as like a threat. So it's weird to see like I don't know. This is coming across as stupid. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be honest. This is like Roman Reigns talking about oh Eric Andre and L.A. Knight are the two problems in wrestling right now. I don't think that's true. But and then he's like, I'm putting the whole roster on blast by beating up Eric Andre. Like nobody even knows if you could actually beat up Obafemi. Like the problem with Roman is he's kind of like a cuck. You know what I mean? Like it's like you can't lean on the Rock in like your family shit and then be like, "Oh, I'm badass." Like, no, you're not. All right, guys. We are live. This is Infighting FX. I am your host, Mari Munkia. If you've seen me jump on and off several different times of Twitch and X, uh, feel free, or I'm sorry, understand that at the end of the day, it's literally me just still trying to figure out this OBS thing. So, yeah, I appreciate everybody staying, you know, calm, staying cool, everybody chilling. That's what's up. But right now, we're gonna see Obafemi and Raymond and Dom Mysterio. I keep calling him Ray. I don't know why. And you know what? You know what? Dude, the guy in the leather, red, the black leather with red decal Stone Cold Steve Austin vest looks like he beats his wife severely because he has sex with his Italian friends, guys. And so he's like, I'm gonna beat her because I can't handle my gayness. All right, guys. Dom and Ray. God damn it. Dom and Obafemi are wrestling here. I think it's gonna be the main event. Um, there are going to be several. Oh shit! No, there are going to be several moments in this fight where I crash out because I am definitely wanting Oba to win, but I think Dom's getting over. I think Dom is getting over. Why are they saying welcome home? Oh, is he from Baltimore? Yeah, yeah. 'Cause nothing about his character is exciting. I'm still learning. This has got to be pumped in music. Nobody is this excited to see LA Knight anymore at all. Trust me. Shut up, LA Knight. You returned and you sucked. All right. Let's keep going. Guys, I was in like a really frustrating place a little bit ago, so shout out to everybody checking or watching on live on Twitch and YouTube. Appreciate y'all. Mario Mugia here, InfightingFX, your home for combat sports, everything. Yo, Jimmy Uso coming out to challenge LA Knight. That is like the last of anybody giving an utter shit about this. Tell me you don't care about LA Knight without telling me you don't care about LA Knight. Jimmy has his own music? Infighting FX, please hit the sub, please hit the follow. We are live Monday through Thursday. And for all the big pay-per-view and PLEs, we'll be live for Night of the Champions. We'll be live for Xander Zayas versus Boots Ennis. And if you didn't get a chance to check us out last night, do yourself a favor, go watch our watch-along. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of really, really great callers on. And, of course, Machine Gun Matt's the best. See, but it was like, and that's the thing right there, guys. Listen, that's it right there. If y'all don't know, this is the storyline. I know I've been saying Jey Uso's going to turn forever, but this has got to be it. Think about it for just a second, okay? Solo was trying to recruit Royce Keys, which is weird, right? Because, like, if you know anything about prison gangs, they kind of just like stick to their own kind, if you know what I mean. And so it's weird that he's like, hey, this Samoan gang really needs a black dude from Houston. You know what I mean? It's weird. I don't know. But either way, he was trying to recruit Royce Keys out there to help Royce Keys, right? And so it all plays out in a way where it's like, oh, I was trying to help Royce Keys. I accidentally helped Jay win. But now you can switch the narrative, and if Jay does turn, it was all part of the plan, right? Solo was specifically helping Jay. Now, I don't think the narrative works as well with LA Knight just basically talking all that shit. Yo, and here's the problem with Jay Uso. I've been saying this for weeks, guys. I get it. If you like yourself some yeet, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with this. America. If you want to yeet, you could fucking yeet. You could get yeeted on. This is America. But it's like you can't be like Mr. Yeet and then like Mr. Hardass the next. No, it don't work that way. Like it don't work that way. Imagine Barney. Y'all remember the purple dinosaur from when we were kids? Imagine Barney all of a sudden, like one episode comes out dressed like 50 Cent with a fucking bulletproof vest, a sideways cap and shit. Like that would be a weird vibe, right? Like we would be like, nah, Barney, you ain't hard. sorry. You don't just talk like a bunch of weirdos. Now you're asking him to run the yeet back 2 years after it's played out. Baltimore is still doing the electric slide over there. Baltimore's biggest hit at 5 o'clock rush hours. A little bit of Monica in my life. That they're still doing them dances, bro. They don't even know what TikTok is. Here's a reason it sucks. It sucks because they're both being pro wrestlers and then like trying to make the other one seem like the pro wrestler, right? Like Jay comes out, oh, I'm being serious now. And then LA's like, just stop your bullshit. And it's like, you're both full of shit right now. That was hard. That was hard. Jay Uso sounded hard right there. I'm not gonna lie about that. I ain't gonna lie. You ain't gonna catch me fronting on that. Flip him off. Yo, if he were to be like, that would be hard, bro. Oh, he just bitched Jimmy, dude. What the fuck? Yo, dude. Wait, he just caught LA Knight with a super kick. Yo, bro. He literally grabbed Jimmy's collar with one arm and did that. Yo, that was disrespectful on a whole other level right there. That was crazy work. Dude, oh my god. Okay, so Jimmy super kicks him and now he's stopping Jay again. Do y'all not see how this doesn't make any sense? Do you not see how these are like competing storylines? So either Jimmy is the guy that's trying to be the level headed one, or he's not. Either Jay is the guy who is leading this charge, or he's taking orders. Like, it's all contradictory shit. I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong. And now here's Jacob Fatu helping Jay and Jay, unless Roman sends him. Yo, if we don't get that Roman sent him segment or reference, bro, that's stupid. How are you gonna have Jacob Fatu go out there and help the two men in the faction that he's beef with since day one? Literally, Jacob, Jay, and Jimmy have never been cool. Never been cool to this day. To this day. Dude, you know what really hurts my feelings? That Jeff wrote that whole note and it's just spam. That breaks my heart. And like spam is getting so personal now. Like it literally started off with yo bro. And it's like, wait a minute. Is are the bots now like watching the show for a little bit so they can like accurately bot conversation? Cause yo bro is a way that I would definitely assume somebody who either fucks with me or knows me or would communicate with me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean. Yo, so basically Eric Andre showed up to Baltimore to get his ass beat in service of promoting his little bro movie with John Cena or little brother. It actually looks pretty good. Basically, the story is John Cena is an orphan, and or he plays a character that's an orphan, and he grows up in foster care, and he has like foster brothers and stuff, and he finds out one of them's like in a really bad way and in his area rushes to the hospital only to find out that the brother that his foster brother that he thought was there, it wasn't him, it was a kid that was way younger than him that up in the foster care system that always looked up to John Cena's character, and that's played by Eric Andre. So Eric Andre and John Cena are basically, it's kind of like a, not Along Came Polly. What's that movie with fucking, what's her name? The girl from 27 Dresses and Owen Wilson, I think is in it, and the dude with the teeth. And basically, like, he drill bit tail. No, that's not it either. Basically, it's a man and a wife, and the man has a best friend who's basically like not grown up, and he like wants to stay with them, and the woman is like sympathetic to this character's needs, while the person that knows him is like done with his shit. Like, no, this is what he does. I'm done with it. So it's basically that movie. I forget what that movie's called. It's not Drill Bit Taylor. It's something else. But it definitely, I think, has Owen Wilson in it. I'm almost positive of that. Or is it Luke Wilson? No, Owen Wilson's the blonde one, right? With the fucked up nose. So at the end of the day, I think that there is this honest narrative that we could look at that says that Netflix made Eric Andre, go out there and get his ass beat so that people could watch the Netflix movie. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. You know, Eric, some people just show up to the red carpet, but, you know, do you, champ? Actually, no, I admire this. Actually, I admire this. You want me to tell you who else I admire that was in wrestling that did this kind of promo shit? MGK. Machine Gun Kelly is what they used to call him. Now they call him MGK. And let me tell y'all about that, okay? I'm going to tell you about that. Listen, at the end of the day, what happened was he had an album coming out, or he had just had his album come out, and then he did the power bomb off the, or he got power bombed by Kevin Steen, aka Kevin Owens, off the Raw stage onto tables. And you know, obviously at the bottom of the tables there was some padding, and you know they protected him. But that's, I don't give a fuck. Like, even though people say that all the time, like, eat a dick for that. I don't care, because honestly, y'all should not, like, that's a celebrity. You know what I mean? Like it's like people that refuse to give Jake Paul credit after all this time. Like, should you consider him a valuable pro fighter? No, not at all. Should you consider him like anything, you know, relevant in the pro ranks? No, not even a little bit. But when it comes to the very real economy of celebrity boxing that has existed long before the internet was around, long before, you know, it was, celebrity boxing's always been the one of the final desperate stops on a celebrity whose career is just tanking. And so MGK came in, he fucking did the thing. I respected it. I'll be honest, his music was shit, and it's always been shit. Although there's like 3 songs of his that are actually pretty decent. It's one with Yellow Wolf. Actually, is it one or two? No, there's one with Yellow Wolf that I really, really fuck with. It's like on my iPad still, or on my Apple Music list and shit. Like, still. Yo, he called Both Their Ways ass. You know, like, okay, I grew up, um, I grew up in a, you know, less than affluent area. I don't like calling it the hood because it's like I learned to ride a bike there. You know, I had my first kiss there. Like, I don't think of it as the ghetto or the hood or this drug infused place. Like, at the end of the day, like, any hood, I mean, almost any hood. Obviously, there's some like really bad ones where it's like, you know, does anybody live there with any sort of like positive output on the world? Probably not. But there are like hoods that are dangerous themselves, but like they don't like, you know what I mean? Like, you could navigate, you could move. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to. It's like it's still home. That's still where I have my favorite memories with my grandma or with my cousins when we were younger. You know, it's the place where a few blocks down is where I used to play baseball. You know, Pony League. So it's like a lot of things that I can say positive, right? So I don't like calling it the hood, but I will say this: growing up there, um, it's like there's a way of speaking, right? Like, obviously, um, I've been accused of code switching in my life simply because, you know, friends that I have at certain neighborhoods I don't see anymore, and you know how it goes. But anyway, Jacob Fatu doesn't remind me, like, the way he speaks and obviously it's just for the character, but the way he speaks, it doesn't hit like I'm listening to a guy that's from an area similar to mine, fluently speaking again, right? Uh, Low middle to, lower class, or not lower class, less wealthy, right? Um, and so like there's a language, there's a way of speaking, a way of walking, a way of dressing, right? And even though it's like all fits this urban style, it's different everywhere, right? You could go to LA and you can go to a hood in LA. They're not going to dress the way that they dress like in a hood in San Antonio, even, especially not a hood in New York or Jersey or Florida or Michigan, like wherever everybody's got hoods. Like you're not going to see the same shit over and over, right? But Jacob Fatu talks like a guy that's perpetually online. Thank you so much, my love. Oh my god, is that cheese? Holy shit. Was it good? Fuck yeah. I think it works though. The balance is there. It's like you're right. When it's strong, it needs to balance the sweetness. But that's what I'm saying is like it's not as strong, but it's perfect, like the ratio. Um, man, I fuck with my tea. All right, don't tell me I'm too serious with my tea. But anyway, yeah, Jacob Fatu sounds like a guy that's like perpetually online. Like he talks like a dude who like isn't in the hood anymore, and he's like kind of just like into the hood shit online. You know what I mean? Like somebody his age shouldn't be using some of the words that he uses. Like you're not hanging around the neighborhood kicking it with the boys, and then you just happen upon phrases that he uses. You know, those are like streaming, like Gen Z, like style, like things that he says. You know what I mean? So it's like, is he perpetually online, or is he a fake gangster? I need to know. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's definitely not a fake gangster. I mean, I'm not saying he's a gangster. He's not a fake tough guy. Let's put it that way. Yo, by the way, we have to give credit to the Queen of the Ring and the King of the Ring, but the Queen of the Ring specifically, openers. Um, dude, why does everybody keep spamming me? Oh, my bad. Yo, what's up, man? Appreciate you, Haveline. Yo, I love it. Oh, yeah, yeah, okay. Hell yeah, champ. Appreciate you. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Shout out to everybody on Twitch. Shout out to everybody on TikTok. After the show, which remember I am covering for Infighting FX. I said Infighting FX, covering on Infighting FX live, but I'm doing the recap for fightsatw.com. Where you can go and get my thoughts specifically on the entire show as a narrative, right? I literally just saw that he gave me his Discord name, but above it he said, "Yo, I really love this game." He this is just like a bot because it's like clearly I'm not playing a game. By the way, to kick off this new era of OBS, Twitch, and YouTube multi-streaming, we are going to do something pretty crazy. We are gonna announce a streamathon this week, and yeah, we're gonna try to go as many hours as we can until we get to the weekend, and I'm going to really try as hard as I can to do the damn thing. Um, like maybe like 48 hours if I can, maybe less, probably less, but either way, cool enough to do the job. been the same. And even though they've had major runs, nothing's been the same for him personally. He still maintains, you know, he still maintains, like, you know, the aura, obviously, and he still maintains this level of you know, this level of like dictating and controlling like the top of the sport, despite the fact that Cody exists as the QB1. um and Punk still exists as a very viable top guy. Dude, I cannot wait for Superwoman. I mean, Supergirl, I meant. Yeah, but you know the problem is that that girl grew. She grew up so she grew up quick enough that she could have definitely played, I think, her version on House of Dragons. I think the actress that plays her now is great, but I don't know, the continuity breaking like that. It just, I'm never a fan of that shit. Wow, Cody eats drumsticks the gay way. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. I don't know if there is a gay way. What the fuck? It's kind of fucked up to think about the fact that there Roxanne Perez is in the Judgment Day. Charlotte is facing somebody in the Judgment Day to go to the finals. And if she wins and goes to the finals, there is a 50-50 chance that she'll be fighting somebody from the Judgment Day. Now, the idea that she has to fight Roxanne Perez because she is going to fight for sure one half and maybe both of the women in the Queen of the Ring, um, it's like, okay, so what? This is a tournament, right? Like, they should absolutely make, um, for continuity purposes, Liv wrestle somebody else. Oh wait, isn't Liv wrestling Io Sky or no? Dude, I thought he was about to say she hasn't been able to use her face. He was saying how her face says it all, Charlotte's. But it's like you look at her face and you're like, damn, she's had plastic surgery. And it sounded like he was about to comment on that. Which, you know. Oh my god, dude. I cannot wait for this Friday's match between uh Gunther and Cody Rhodes. And for one reason and one reason only, and that reason is Sami Zayn. Here's the thing. I wouldn't even I don't even know if I would watch it. Not just live, but like period, right? Cuz like I would know what's going to happen. Cody wins. Um everything that's on WWE TV programming right now. Not including NXT and AAA and TNA. Like excluding, like literally only talking Raw, SmackDown. Night of how is Night of Champions 12 days away? Oh, it's on a Wednesday. I forgot about that. God, dude, so crazy. It's like I get Saudis spent a lot of money to make sure that like y'all didn't fuck around and y'all did like real stuff. But it's like, how much is this worth at the end of the day? If you have to like constantly take breaks in storylines, continuity, like it's like there's two different universes, right? They call it the WWE universe, but we live in a multiverse, right? There's the WWE universe that exists in the states, right? And then there's the one that exists in Saudi, you know, the one that works towards their deal with Saudi. And it's not that like they don't book things to happen in Saudi. They just traditionally and, you know, historically speaking, have not done anything of really significance, right? Like everything they do in Saudi, especially early, had little to no significance. Uh, you know, the Undertaker and Kane coming back to fight DX, like not well received and also like completely separate from the like that literally took place in another timeline of another WWE universe. And the thing is that she tapped her. Flair wins off of the figure eight, thanks to Alexa Bliss coming in and helping the interference angle. Um, oh, I forgot what I was talking about now. Fuck it. Damn, yo, they stalled the fuck out of this Obafemi Dom Mysterio match. I mean, like, they literally said we're not gonna book anything else to happen. Literally, we're not gonna book anything else to happen. I'll be honest, this is like one of the worst Raws so far of the year. I think maybe it's been a really, really mid show. It's not bad. I'm being exaggerating. But yeah, it's not good, right? Other than the Dragon Lee, I mean Chad Gable stuff, or I guess Dragon Lee was in that segment. It's just totally forgettable. They beat up Eric Andre. Let me tell y'all what happened. Roman Reigns did not stop by. Didn't come to Baltimore to be on Raw. He came to Baltimore to do a paid advertisement for John Cena's movie with Eric Andre. And so they paid Roman to go and do the spot with Eric Andre at Raw. Because other than that, what role did he play? In fact, you can argue that the role he played from within the segment involving Eric Andre was just nonsensical. How is it? How are you sending a message? Can you rationalize that for me? Like, literally, let's talk this out for a second. How is it a threat on the 6 foot plus 250 pound plus men that exist on the roster in the backstage? And which one of them is looking at what you just did like, oh my God, he just beat 185 pounds soaking wet Eric Andre, the comedian? Yes, 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 of Jackass fame. Yeah, he was on the one Jackass, but of Jackass fame. yeah, Eric Andre got beat up. Roman did it. Well, he sent Jacob to do it, but it's like, oh my god, if they could beat up Eric Andre, they could beat up anyone. Maybe that's the narrative. Maybe I just joked myself into liking it. So Roman is saying anyone can get it. By the way, should they be paying AB for all these people that keep jacking that, like Josh Hockett and everybody else? I mean, I know at this point it's become just like a thing to say, but AB's the real one that said it, right? This is at a time where even the right was woke, right? And he was out here saying Mexicans, Americans, Canadians. Yo, he was with it when he was younger. Now he's with that beer gut. Oh, I just got a news break. UFC fighter Josh Hockett is receiving backlash. Yeah, no shit. He's a fucking moron. Bro, I cannot believe that fucking moron. I'm interested to see what Joe's going to say on the show because he said something to him. Now, knowing Rogan's persona as well as I know his persona, the guy that, is the guy that does the commentating in the show and the comedy and all that. Damn it, ow, I'm high. Um, like that guy I think most likely would have said something like great performance or like dude, badass or like tough, man, you're tough as balls. Like something that, you know, references the honestly very very entertaining fight that he put on. Uh that's the problem though. You see, cuz without that, without Josh Hokett's like crazy um and also psychotic to a degree, maybe a large one, his comments, right? I don't know how much like bad you really had on this show. Now, don't get me wrong, and we're gonna have to do this tomorrow with the show. So we'll go live. We'll do the podcast tomorrow, and we'll do the UFC stuff and the Bam Rodriguez and the Spurs and the Knicks and all the stuff we didn't get to earlier in the live. But hold on, let's see what Javon has to say. Does he have a shirt doing the 6'7" thing? Oh my god, this is ridiculous. I don't like him anymore. No, I'm just kidding. This doesn't match Javon Evans' character at all. There's zero aspect. Maybe more NXT guy, but he's been like happy go lucky, like just excited to be here. Oh, we got a torn tricep for real, for real. Yo, I'm sorry. Run another fake injury thing. I mean, obviously he's really injured, right? But like at some point he's not going to be injured anymore, right? But they could just keep him injured. Like let's do the Seth Rollins things right. Let's do the Seth Rollins booking right, right? The fake injury. Logan was beefing with the Profits when he left. Montez Ford specifically. How does this make sense? This is like a what's it? A honey roast. Here's the thing about you. You're handsome, and I don't know how, but your hair's the best. And it's like, okay, thanks, Logan. Here's what I would say if I was going to do a roast. I would say your shirt references the most low IQ thing that's ever happened on TikTok before and maybe social media altogether. And also some super Christian chick online said that it is a way for everybody to call in a demon. Do I think that's true? Probably not. I mean, definitely not, but probably not. bro, let's be real about one thing. The visions suck. The vision went from literally, is this the future, to literally they're all at home injured. Man, come on. At least think about it. Yo, but if they got Javon Evans though, did 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 Logan just say, I think my arms got me tripping"? That was boss though. That was a dope ass line. That was a dope ass line. He said, "You're in the vid." Like, that wasn't a question. I'm telling you, you're in it. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. He said, "I don't care about your offer." Oh, Logan said it's blood in, blood out. No, I'm just playing. He's like, "You either join the vision and get injured right now, or you don't and go on to plenty of success." Yo, my wife makes conchitas that are like the best, right? And these conchitas, I swear to God, as good as they are when she makes them, they're like 10 times better the next morning or the next afternoon for lunch. I think it's because they like soak in its own like stew. Um, but yeah, it is like a noticeable difference. And it's not even like, again, it's not like one's bad or one's mid and the other one's great. It's like one's great and the other one's like, holy shit, I'm gonna eat the rest of these leftovers, even though it's like 4 servings, because I just want the taste. What the fuck is this? Wait, what? They're doing another Jackass? Oh no, this is the last Jackass, right? Oh no, they are doing a new Jackass, best and last. Huh. They got to get Bam in it though, right? Don't they? I mean, I don't keep up with it anymore or ever, but I'd assume you'd want Bam in it, right? Especially when you think about all the points he's made since they left him out of the last one, and how he was like, I mean, who was being honest, like it was half CYK and half what's their names? And that was Jackass, it wasn't CKY and all and then like two other guys, or like you know what I mean? This is like a 50-50 thing. So it's like, if you do a Jackass show and you don't have anyone from that group, then it's like, is it Jackass still? You know what I mean? Or is it a remake, a Jackass remake? See, and that's the other part of it. You still have the ability to like do Jackass. Like, you don't need any of those other guys. Here's the thing: you can still use them, like in prop sort of ways. They don't do any like physical comedy, but maybe they're the people watching as the white guy puts something up his ass, or the one girl does I don't know, acid off of a donkey's wiener. I don't know. This is like the I can't. I was just trying to think of like the craziest Jackass stunt that could go on today,